In this video, you'll see me do frozen feeding in the pond, and I'll also be answering some questions that a lot of people ask me on TikTok, so I hope you enjoy and stay tuned. Here's Raptor, my hybrid. He is a male tiger shovelnose / redtail. I am feeding him salmon fillet. He can actually chow down a full fillet of salmon now, so he's getting really big. I gotta do water changes in the 210 and in the pond soon. This will be fun. Skunk today on her menu was salmon. She did not want salmon, and believe it or not, that's skunk for you. She wanted tilapia instead. You'll see later on during the videos. So every monster fish that I own in the 210 gallon and also in the pond, they all get different types of food. They all have different diets. Now some of them are picky towards every single thing. And everything that I do feed is live shiners, live crayfish. I do feed them pellets. They eat cichlid pellets. For frozen food, what they eat is tilapia, salmon, jumbo shrimp, shad, shiners, and catfish. Now for frozens, they also do sometimes get drum, snapper, and reds fish for their meal. Not all the time, but I do sometimes. I do throw in goldfish every now and then just for a little treat for everybody. As you see when Nemo moves, you see all those live shiners. I do offer them live shiners 24/7 into this pond. The reason why I have live shiners into the pond is a lot of reasons. The main two reasons is because, one, their natural instincts in the wild and even how they are in captivity is to hunt for food. That is predatory monster fish for you. They like to hunt for their food. So I do try my best to give them that opportunity to do in their natural instincts, which is to hunt for food. Another reason why I offer live food all the time is to also help reduce the ingression. So I also do breed shiners into this pond, but Girly kind of messed that up. Now, when everybody was babies, their diet was a little bit more different compared to what their diet is now, because now they're more bigger, they're still growing. None of these guys are full grown at all. On Friday, I always go live on my TikTok. Sometimes I do frozen feeding during it. Sometimes you see me do water changes. Sometimes you see me scrub algae from the pond. I do all types of stuff. Everybody does get fed on certain types of days. There are certain type of days where I do have to feed everybody, but there's also certain type of days where I don't have to feed that specific type of fish because they're more bigger and they're not going to eat as much. Every time I post a video or if I go live on TikTok, one of the questions I always get all the time, since now it's becoming popular, is why don't you get a see-through pond? Usually those see-through ponds, the biggest they make is 900 gallons. And there's no purpose for that because my pond is 1,124 gallons. If it's filled up all the way, when it starts getting really low, it's usually around 1,080. The only thing that makes it different is how deep it is. That's it. So that's why I never did a see-through pond. And it really sucks in a way for me because if it was see-through, it would be so much more easier, to be honest, to see everybody. I am going to start building a 3,000 gallon pond pretty soon so I can start outgrowing the fish from the 210 into this pond that we have in right now and give these guys more room to grow. A lot of people do ask me how much I spend on live and frozen food. When it comes to live feeding for the 210 gallon that has my peacock basses and my 2 gars in there, I usually do about 12 dozen shiners. That lasts me for about 3 days. Now those guys only get fed live once a month. Now for the pond, I do 40 dozen shiners. That lasts me roughly. It really all depends, honestly, because I also do frozen feeding and they also eat live. So it all depends on how long it will last me. So in total for 54 dozen shiners, that cost me around $165. Now when it comes to frozen food, I usually buy 40 fillets of tilapia, and then it's like a big old family pack you can get at Walmart. And And then of course I buy the big old bag of jumbo shrimp, and I buy 2 bags of salmon. That right there costs me roughly around $50. So for frozen food, all that usually lasts me between about 3 months. I feed everybody more frozen than what they do eat live. Every now and then I'll start losing shiners. I mean, that's really common. And then I'll start doing frozen food again just to keep up with the shiners so they don't get eaten pretty much. Now the only time they actually get red, snapper, or drum is usually when we go fishing. So of course, there you go. Anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed this video of GoPro footage of all the monster fish into the pond. I hope you enjoyed me talking and answering everybody's questions as much as I could. I try to get everything as much as possible, but hope to see you next time on my TikTok.